Any objections to the instruction?
The only amendment we would make is that statements in the should read statements in the videos related to opinions of counsel should not be considered. Because certainly things that she says that she's relating to other individuals, including her lawyer, can be considered by the jurors.
Mr. Mason, Mr. Baez?
I would argue relevance and prejudice, Judge. An attorney is in charge of strategy in a case, and these statements that are made in a vacuum and do not fully disclose any intents or strategies behind any concepts
You
that
may
my
be
client
seated, folks.
may be repeating as it relates to statements by counsel. None of it is relevant, and none of it pertains to, none of it is relevant, and it is highly prejudicial under 403, Judge. And
Okay. First of all, these tapes have been out there since the beginning of almost time, except for the last. All the state has asked is that the statements in the video related to the opinions of Mrs. Anthony's attorneys must not be considered as in any way related to the proof of any issue of the charges and the indictment of this case. I thought the gist of what you had a problem with was, quote, the opinions that were being expressed or concerns about the opinions that were being expressed by the Anthony family concerning you.
it's not just
the
opinions, it's the statements of my actions by the Anthony family as
Then
well.
we don't have an agreement now, and then y'all can wade through it, and then I will do it at some other time, but I'm not gonna go back and forth, not at this time. So y'all can dicker with language some more, and if not, I can craft something over the lunch hour, but I'm not gonna do it now. So let's return to jury. Okay, state recognized presence of jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the defense? Okay, members of the jury, did you heed my previous admonition? Okay, I think I have the hamburger issue worked out. Okay, and I am working on the other two issues. It's a matter of cost, and but I think I will be able to work that out, but it may not be until next week to take care of that. I gotta figure out the difference between what was originally budgeted and then how I will, what I want to do, I can do. And I have to make sure that what I'm proposing to do is proper. And if I can do that, then that will be worked out, but it will take me a few days to take care of that. But maybe not both, but maybe one, but I will see. If you had a preference, I don't want to call, there's an Italian, there's a steak. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, let me know which one, rank them in the order of preference, just in case I cannot do both, okay? All right. Thank you very much. Ms. Burdick, you may proceed.
Your Honor, at this point, we would seek to gain the court's permission to publish 73 in evidence and read the stipulation as well.
Okay, we'll publish 73, noting the previous objections that have been raised by the defense. And this is the August 14th one, Ms. Burdick?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the following stipulation between the state and the defense. George and Cindy Anthony attended a video recorded visitation with Caylee Anthony's attorney at the Orange County Jail on August 14, 2008 at 900 hours. The video recording is a true and accurate representation of the visitation. The parties have agreed to this fact, and it should be considered as true in your deliberations.
Did I make an error on the stipulation, including the word attorney? The way I heard it read was that they had a meeting.
I would read it all over again. Okay. George and Cindy Anthony attended a video recorded visitation with Caylee Anthony at the Orange County Jail on August 14, 2008 at 900 hours. The video recording is a true and accurate representation of the visitation. The parties have agreed to this fact, and it should be considered as true in your deliberations. Okay, you may publish the exhibit.
I'm getting sick though, but she like. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful. I love you.
Hi, I love you too. Why is she crying already?
Because we haven't seen you.
I know. Hey, hold on one second. Miss Baker. Oh, where'd she go? I'm gonna try to get them to turn this up a little bit. Go ahead.
So how's your day starting out so far?
I was asleep.
Well,
So it's all right. I woke up at 5, stayed up for about an hour, and then went back to bed for a little bit. So my eyes are red. I'm tired.
okay. So what else is going on with you?
Nothing. The usual. Just, I guess, waiting around. Those are new shirts. I like those.
Yes, those are. The Never Lose Hope Foundation did these for us, so.
I like those a lot. Those are really nice.
Yeah, those are really sweet. Really, really sweet. Can you read what they say?
Fly home, baby, and I don't see the bottom.
It says, fly home, baby, we miss you.
Those are nice shirts. I like those.
Well, let me have you speak to Mom, okay? Now she's right here. She's pulling at the phone. Hold on.
All right. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Mom. Oh. Well, it lasted a minute. How are you feeling? We're not doing well, Case. None of us. Lee's been sick. Dad's blown up at the media. Yeah, I heard.
Well, someone just said that Caylee was dead this morning, that she drowned in the pool. That's the newest story out there.
Surprise, surprise.
So, it's very hard.
Well, yeah, trust me, I know that. Someone just sent me some of the stuff that's been online, comments that people have been leaving off of certain articles, I guess, that have been written, and it was very upsetting last night to see that.
Oh yes, you know it's terrible, Casey. Get hate mail, threatening letters.
Well, I haven't gotten
Phone
anything
messages.
like that, thankfully. All of the letters that I've gotten have been positive. Even the letter that she had attached was still very positive. Everyone's certain that she's okay, offering help. A couple people have said that they've called and talked to Dad or have left him messages. So,
We need to have something to go on.
Mom, I don't have anything. I'm sorry. I've been here a month. I've been here a month today. Do you understand how I feel? I mean, do you really understand how I feel in this? I'm completely out of the loop with everything. The only information I get is when I see my attorney. That's it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I have nothing to go on. Every day I have to sit here and wait and wonder. I wonder if something's going on. I'm wondering if there's something new.
Did Jose ask you about which one of us you'd want to meet with?
Yeah, I wanted to see Dad. I mean, I want to see everybody, but I had to choose, and I wanted to see Dad.
All right. Well, then here, talk to your dad.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hey.
Hey, listen, I want you to know, you are the boss through this whole thing, okay?
Well, no, I'm not anymore, Dad. I haven't been since I got
Oh,
here.
yes. Oh, yes, you are. You are the... Think of this for a second.
Dad,
You
I've been...
listen.
Listen,
Okay, listen. No,
I've
no,
been
just listen to
thinking
me
about
just for
this.
1 moment. Okay, just listen to me for 1 second, okay? Listen, think of you owning this conglomerate, this huge business. Jose is one of your employees, so is the sheriff's department, so is the FBI, so am I, so is Lee, so is Mom. You know, we're all working with you. And if for some reason something's not being said or being done, you can make a change. You're the one that
Dad,
can say, listen.
I've
please,
told
please.
Jose. No, I've given him the information to give you guys. We've given the information. You guys have given everything to the police. They're not helping us. It's obvious. We know their intentions. So I'm sorry. I've helped in every way that I possibly can since the day I got here.
Okay,
They
well, let me
didn't even give me 24 hours to help them, the police, without putting me here. So it's obvious where everybody's intentions lie. I know you guys want Caylee. I want Caylee more than anybody can understand, but I can't do anything. I can't do anything from where I'm at.
Okay, let me ask you this. If I can make some arrangements just to meet with you just one-on-one, just you and I, or Lee or Mom, would you be open to that? Because I can do it within a matter of just a few hours.
Dad, this was already discussed, and I already said yes.
Okay.
This was something that we had already discussed. Supposedly it was supposed to have already happened.
Well, there's been some
I
things that
understand
have
there's...
happened to change that. There's nothing been on my part to change that, or Mom's part, or your brother's part.
No, I understand that. It's not
I
you
mean,
guys.
I told these guys within an hour I can be ready. I want to hug you. I want to talk
Look,
to you.
they're-
Just you and I. You know?
Jose is making sure that I'm well aware of everything that's going on. He's keeping me completely updated on stuff, which I in every way appreciate because,
I just want you
that's all I
want you to
have
realize
to go
something.
off of with stuff.
I want you to realize something. Number one, or at least number 1.1 and number 1 should be you and Caylee. That's the way it should be. It shouldn't be
Well, it's split,
Jose,
Dad.
then you, then Caylee, and everything else is falling in line. It's you know, it has to be you two. You know, you and your daughter. It's got to be the ones that's got to be focused on you.
Well, he's focusing on Caylee and I. You guys are focusing on Caylee. I know I'm still part of your focus, but she's your main focus, and I understand that.
Right.
Dad, I know where everybody's priorities lie. I knew that the day that I got here.
Well, you know, just I bring up. Then again, I want to bring up this thing about you know, you being the boss. You're the one that can control everything. You're the one.
No,
that can make the
Dad.
decision.
Please.
Sweetie, okay,
I'm
sweetie,
completely-
I'm not trying to get you upset. I'm trying to
No,
talk to
but
you.
I am upset now. I'm
Please.
completely upset. One, the media's gonna have a freaking field day with this.
No, they're
I wasn't
not.
even
Listen.
supposed to take this.
Listen,
Let me speak for a second. Dad,
they are
I
not
let
releasing
everybody
this.
talk.
Okay.
They're not releasing it. Well, I hope not. I'll keep
Okay.
saying whatever I have to about the police,
here's
so
Mom.
they
Hold
don't
on
let
one
it go.
second.
Can someone let me? Come on.
Casey, Hold on, sweetheart. Settle down, baby.
Nobody's letting me speak. You want me to talk? Then
All right,
give me
I'll listen to
3
you.
seconds to see
Go,
something.
sweetheart.
I'm not in control over any of this because I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on. My entire life has been taken from me. Everything has been taken from me. You don't understand. Everybody wants me to have answers. I don't have any answers because I don't know what's going on. I have no one to talk to except Jose when he comes. It's the only person that I can talk to right now because I can't even say anything to you guys besides telling you that I love you. I want Caylee. Things like that. And that's not even getting put on the air, which it should be. It's everything else, everything that I'm not saying. That's why I haven't been calling. That's why I haven't been taking calls, because him and I said that we weren't going to do that because I'm trying to make sure that I'm not going to give anybody anything else to throw against me. Even with me giving them nothing, they're still doing it. So,
Well, everything's going to go away with you. You'll be fine once Caylee's found.
Mom, I understand that. Do you understand my position on this? You guys expect me to have 1,000 answers, and I have nothing. I've been here a month, out of contact with everybody except you guys on the rare occasion that I get to see you and my attorney. Do you understand? What am I supposed to learn from that? What am I supposed to learn from that? The first week and a half. Yeah. I tried to help you guys backtrack. Again, that's all I could do was backtrack. I can't backtrack on anything. A month I've been removed from the situation. You guys are not understanding my side on this, and I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
No, you don't, because you're still asking me if there's anything that I can tell you that's going to help. That I'm the one that can do this. I can't. The opportunity was there that I probably could have helped. I'm trying. I was trying. There's nothing more that I can say or do until I'm home. And even then, I don't know what I can do from that point, but I can at least do something other than sit on my butt all day and read or just look up stuff for my case, because that has to be my focus right now. That has to be my focus because it's the only thing that I can focus on.
Caylee.
Mom, if that's my focus, which it is, I can't do anything from here. I don't have access to the internet. I can't make phone calls.
Well,
I can't go anywhere. I've already told you, Mom. I've told you everything.
I've thought about everything that you told me over the last month.
You've thought about stuff and you've done what you can. I'm sorry. That's all I can do from only knowledge that I have.
I was in Lake County 2 days ago.
Okay.
Is there anything there?
Mom, jeez. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I miss you.
All right, sweetheart. Here's Dad. Hold on.
No, I'm gonna hang up and just walk away right now because
please don't.
I'm frustrated and I'm angry, and I don't want to be angry. This is the first time I've truly been angry this entire time. But I'm so beyond frustrated with all of this that I can't even swallow right now. It hurts.
You just understand we're all going in so many different directions. We just want to go in the right one.
Well, I can't point you in that direction when I'm literally at a standstill. I am just as removed from the situation as somebody who has no clue what's going on. At least even random people that we've never met have more of an outlook on this than I do right now. It's really sad. It's really, really sad that I literally have nothing right now.
Well,
nothing.
None of us have anything right now, Casey.
You guys have each other. You're sitting next to Dad. You still have Lee. You have access to our community, to our family and friends, to our house. You're taking for granted the fact that I have no one to comfort me but myself. And the occasional visit, which has to be business, for the sake of finding Caylee. So yeah, I may look like I'm in charge. Wrong. I'm completely pushed away from everything.
No. All
Everything.
he's telling you is that you can tell they have to honor your wishes when you say something. That's all Dad's trying to tell you. Jose has to honor
And
your
he
wishes.
has been, Mom.
Okay.
He has been with everything. Everything.
Well, you know he's in New York now for a couple days.
He's doing stuff for business for me.
I know.
Well, Mom, you're not telling me anything that I don't know. Please, I don't want to get frustrated or upset with you, but...
Well, in his absence, Dominic's a good person if you want to talk to anybody.
Mom, Thank you. I've already talked to everybody. I know who I'm allowed to talk to, who I'm not allowed to talk to, who I can see, who I can't see, who's going to see me, who's not going to see me. We've arranged all of this. It's already been set up. Again, he's the one person that's keeping me in the loop because he's the only person that can. And he's making sure that he's doing that in every way possible.
Well, I just hope he's telling you honestly what you're up against.
Mom, I know what I'm honestly up against. Do you guys understand what I'm honestly up against? And with keeping me here, you're not helping me help myself.
Well, at least
I'm sorry to say that. Huh?
You're safe, honey. We don't have the means to get you out anyway, sweetheart. We don't.
I understand that, but the opportunity was there, and it wasn't taken advantage of, and...
We didn't have an opportunity. I don't know where you're hearing that.
Just give Dad the phone, please. I'm sorry. I don't want to get frustrated. Just give Dad the phone.
Hey, sweetie.
This is seriously the first time that I've been angry, that I've been this frustrated to where I can't even think straight at this moment. Throughout this entire thing, I was pissed off that day at the police station. I was mad when all of that happened, but I tried to look at things objectively. And this entire time, I haven't sat in my room for the entire month and been mad. Not once, not one time. But right now, this is the most agitated and frustrated that I've been, even when I've sat with Jose and I watched that episode of Nancy Grace and stuff that was being said about Mom and being said about me and him and everybody else and stuff that I've heard. It's frustrated me, but I've let it go. Right now, I'm so hurt by everything. I don't even know what to say. And I hate to say that.
Well, I'm not trying to upset you. Neither are Mom. We're not trying to. And if we are, I'm sorry for that.
I know that's not your intention. You have to understand where I'm coming from in this, and obviously none of you are. By still expecting me a month, literally out of the loop, to have some sort of new insight on stuff. I mean, really?
Okay, I realize this is really hard for you to talk about, especially...
Because I can't do anything. Because I've done everything. I've said everything. I've thought about everything. That's all I can do is sit and think. Every day. And that's what I've done. Any information that I've given has been passed on. I know that.
Okay. You know, it's just hard, I know, for you. It's hard for us because none of us have ever been through any of this kind of stuff before. None of us, you know.
Well, obviously not. And we need to stick together in this, and it's hard for us to at this point.
Well, we are sticking together. We are.
Well, for Mom to say that you guys have nothing, what I told her, you guys still all have each other to lean on. I don't have anybody. I have myself and the occasions that I can see my attorneys who are trying to do whatever they can for myself and for Caylee. So you guys at least have a crutch or multiple crutches throughout the community with everybody.
Well, even that is waning at the moment, believe me. Even your mom and I are having our issues every single day, so just realize it's
Dad, I know it's
really,
going to take
really
a toll
tough.
on everybody, but understand again where I'm coming from in this. You have to see everybody's side. I've looked at everybody's side about this. I've been praying every single day for insight and everybody's thoughts and everybody's feelings. So I know where you stand and where you're coming from. And I know where you're sitting right now, and Mom and Lee and Joe Schmo walking down the block that's seen this every day on the media for the last month. I can understand everybody else's side in this, but the worst part is that nobody can see my side, and I have to keep my mouth shut. I have to keep my mouth shut about how I feel and with everything else, because all I need to do is give the media more stuff for then the detectives and whoever else to throw back in my face when this goes to trial.
Well, all I know is I'm trying to do everything I can to get a chance to see you. You know, just you and I. I mean, I'm trying, and so is, you know, your brother, and I know your mom would, you know, like to do that. So
I know that. And when I had that choice and they told me that they were initially setting it up with Lee, God, I would do anything to see any of you right now. Absolutely anything. But, I mean, I wanted to see Lee and I wanted to talk to Lee, but I knew most of that would be an interrogation with him. He'd have a whole list of questions that he'd ask me. With Mom?
Honestly, no. Honestly, no. He really doesn't.
Well, that's how it's been, Dad. I'm just thinking of how it's been with everything. With Mom would dominate a lot of the conversation, which is how it's been. I mean, you and I, we've been separated for a while. And we were just... I want to see all of you, but I wanted to see the one person that I've been so far disconnected from the longest, and that's been you.
I'm thankful for that. Thank you.
It was hard for me to make my choice. I sat there for a half hour with Jose trying to think about this, and he told me it's up to me who I wanted to see, how I wanted to do this, how we wanted to figure it out, and it was hard. Because I don't want to have to choose between the three of you, you know, who I want to see or talk to, but I made a choice. And I stand behind that.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you made that choice, you know, on your own. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I know it's a tough decision for you. I know that.
Everything's a tough decision just because I'm so limited on the decisions that I can actually make now.
No. Well, let me see if I can handle it a different way to get in to see you even sooner. Would that be okay with you?
Do what you have to do. I mean, I'm not obviously going anywhere right now, so I'm here. I'm biding my time. So.
Okay. Well, you know, you could always just here's a thought for you. Just a second. The people that are with you right now inside where you're at, you can expedite this very quickly if you want to. Okay.
How?
Just mention to the people that are there with, you know, the corrections people, you know, that, hey, I want to see my dad, I want to see my dad now, and they can expedite that through Mr. Barry and stuff like that. They can do everything with just in a matter of hours, sweetie. They really can.
Yeah, I tried that. Negative. There's only so much that they can do. I can make phone calls, I can take these visits. There's only so much that I can actually do. It's going to have to come from the outside, from someone else. I can't. I've asked those questions. I've tried that already. I've been asking every question that I can possibly think of.
Okay. Well, I'll do what I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to make sure that you and I can get together here just very quickly. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. I really am. So how did you get through last Saturday?
I didn't. I spent the day almost completely by myself, with my head under the covers. I read my Bible almost the entire day. I was miserable. I was completely and utterly miserable. Just like I have been the entire time. That was the first time outside of our visits that I've really shown any emotion, and I was open and I didn't care just because I couldn't hold anything back. I broke down. It was the first time that I truly, truly broke down. And it hurt, and I'm still recovering from that. Hearing about the fact that Mom was making chili and there was probably a bunch of people at the house.
No, there wasn't. There was just your brother and I and your mom, and Mallory came over a little bit after work. So I mean, that was it.
Oh.
So whatever else you heard, something like that was totally wrong.
Well, I was just told that Mom was making food. I'm just going off of what people were telling me, what they were relaying from the media. So I was just speculating myself.
Well, Mom did some of her, made her great chili. You know, we had some bread and cornbread, and just little things like that. It was just us. You know, there was no one else, and there was I'm sorry, Mom did remember there was a young guy who just called, who's alone and just wanted to have a little bit of a family. He came over and we just talked for about an hour. We never met the man before. You know, he was alone, so we went up in our heart to him just to come in and talk for a little bit.
Well, that's what you should do.
That was something that he needed, and truthfully, I think we needed it also.
Bible says to love thy neighbor,
Yeah.
to share the things that you have,
Right.
to give unto others. So you did exactly what you should do, and
Right.
by all means, I know that meant more to him than any of you guys could possibly imagine.
Well, it certainly is. I mean, he was a really nice guy. It just was really nice to talk to him and get the chance to know him a little bit. So how about you? Are you eating and stuff? You getting a chance to enjoy more
I'm eating so they leave me
sandwiches
alone.
and coleslaw?
It's a little bit more than that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm eating just so I'm not being bothered with, are you eating? Because if I don't eat, then they'll say something. I'm sleeping or trying to sleep when I can. So I'm not getting bothered about that. I'm just trying to do whatever I can do so I'm not being stared at all day, every day. So they're not worrying about me too.
Well, just to let you know, the area that you're in, there's not too many people that have an opportunity to stay like where you're at. So realize you're sort of what they consider
No, I'm not really. Trust me.
Well,
There's other people in similar situations to myself that aren't the focus of the media, but that are under similar custody that are here.
Okay.
There are other people. I know a lot about all of this, surprisingly, now.
Okay. Well,
I didn't want to upset Mom, but I mean,
well,
for once, I've let you guys talk. I've wanted to hear everything that you guys have had to say and more. But at this point, I mean, I can only hold so much back now and hold so much in and not show my little bit of frustration with stuff. Because I've been very good about not doing that and about staying calm.
well, I know. I'm very thankful you took the time to talk to us today. I mean, I really am. When we first got here, I thought, well, maybe we might be turned away. I'm glad you talked to us. I really am. I'm glad. Got a chance to see you.
I'm glad that I got a chance to see you guys too, even if it's only like this, and to talk to you and all. I'm praying that it doesn't go out on the media, because some of it has, some of it hasn't. I guess they're picking and choosing.
No, the only stuff that went out is when you talked to Lee, and that's been a couple weeks ago. Nothing's been said about
Well, because
Mom
I
and at all.
haven't talked.
Just realize that everything that we've talked about is staying where it's staying. It's not going out anywhere else.
Well, and these are the conversations when, I am an emotional wreck, which is fine. I don't want anybody to see this stuff. I'd rather it be between us, so it is personal, so we can keep things personal, so it doesn't feel like it's just another business transaction like with other stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I didn't want to upset Mom. I'm running low on steam too. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm sitting by myself all day, sleeping, I'd probably I'm getting sick right now. I could feel it. I felt it when I got up. My eyes were still red. It wasn't from sleeping.
Okay.
I'm getting a
Your
cold.
Mom wants to talk to you. 1 second. Hold on.
Go ahead. Hey.
Hey.
Sorry I upset you. I didn't want to upset you. I was just telling Dad that wasn't my intention, but I've let everybody talk. I haven't gotten to say anything. I haven't wanted to say anything. I haven't wanted to be frustrated or show that, but I can't hold that in all the time. It's getting harder. I know each day is getting harder on everybody.
You don't know, Casey, how hard it is.
Oh, I don't know. Being the one that's completely secluded, and I don't know anything that's going on.
That's actually a good thing, because if you were out
It's a good
here,
thing because I've put myself away from all of that. I haven't watched the
Right.
media. I don't really want to hear anything.
No, I know, and you don't, because it's just obscene, everything that's going on out there.
I've seen the stuff that people are saying, but you know what? Again, they're ignorant, and we have to look at it like that. I'm trying to look at things objectively and to stay as calm as I can about stuff, especially the things that I'm hearing. I know the most negative stuff that's being said, and it's sickening. It's disgusting, and people really need to get a life. And if they have nothing positive to say, need to shut up. But it's not going to happen. Life's not fair. People aren't always going to be nice. and they're not going to look at things from other people's perspectives. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. They're going to judge people. They're going to pass judgments about something that they don't know. Stuff that's being said has been completely fabricated and twisted and everything else, and it's ridiculous. But you know what, Mom? Again, that's going to blow over. I'm not going to give the media anything when I get out of here. It sucks for them because I have nothing to say. All I want is my kid back, to be back with my family. That's all I want. That's all I'm asking. But I'm not going to ask any of them for it because they're not going to give that to me. They're not. I'll do whatever the hell I have to get my family back together. That's it. That's all I want to do. I will continue to.
Still think she's okay?
I know in my heart, Mom. I know in my gut she's all right. I can feel it. Every day that gets stronger. And I still know that she's coming home. I can still feel that she's coming home.
Do you think she's going to change her mind and let her? I mean, what can I say to her on the air? Because I can get one person to let me say what I need to say or what you want me to say to Zanny. What do you want me to tell her that's going to make her bring her back?
Just tell her that we forgive her. That all we want is our Caylee. That's it.
I said that yesterday.
Well, Mom, that's all I can think of. That's all I can say, because that's all I would say, is that I forgive whoever has her, and that I just want her to come home. I just want my baby back. That's it.
You think that they would actually do that?
I don't know what I can
that?
think anymore, Mom. You just keep saying it because it's the truth. That's all we want.
I know.
Our family's broken. We want to have that fixed. We know what that means to have our family broken apart by something now, by tragedy. We don't want this to any longer be a tragedy. I don't want to be one of those thousands of parents that has to deal with the possibility of never seeing their child again, with the potential of knowing that their child's alive and that they're with someone else. The thought of that every day makes me sick.
Do you think she could be out of the country or anywhere?
Mom, I don't want to have this go into the same thing that it's always been, so please stop it. This is why I chose, this is one of the main reasons that I chose Dad. It's because he won't sit there and keep asking me the same questions 500 times over like you and Lee have done. I want to see each and every one of you, but at least with Dad, then honestly, the true main reason that I want to see him is because him and I have had a broken relationship for such a long time. And we were just finally starting to talk the day that this unfolded, the day that I was brought here. It was impossible for me to make a decision like that, and I want you to understand where I was coming from. I also want Lee to understand where I was coming from. I said I wanted to see all three of you. You can't. You can only see one. Who do you want to see? And I sat there for a half hour and thought about it, deliberated, and had to figure that out. And I hate having to do that, to have to make decisions like that of who in my family do I want to see more. It's not who I want to see more, it's just, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
It's just hard going into Caylee's room now.
Yeah, I saw your picture in People magazine.
I love you, honey.
I love you too.
I want both my girls back. At least I know they're okay. I don't know about Caylee. That's what makes it so hard every day.
I know that. okay. I may be in a place where you know that I'm at. But besides that, besides me being here physically,
At least you're safe. And we know where you're at. We don't know where Caylee's at. We don't know if they're feeding her. They're hugging
Mom,
her, giving her
I know
love.
everything that they're saying. I know she's... I just know she's okay. I can feel it. I absolutely can feel it. Even on her birthday, that entire day, that was... it was completely miserable, like I told Dad. It's all I can think of to say. I mean, there's every adjective that I can think of that's bad that would have described how I felt, but honestly, nothing can describe what I was feeling. Nothing.
She's got a lot of nice stuff.
I bet.
A lot of people, most people we don't even know, brought her flowers, balloons, little stuffed animals. Some stuff we haven't opened up. Just waiting for her to come home.
I'm glad that you guys have had so much support from the community, and even I have from out of state, from all over the country. People have been sending me letters and stuff, telling me to keep my head up.
Good.
Yeah, I'm getting stuff that's being sent through the mail. I mean, Michelle Murphy sent me a book. I hope one of you guys can tell her that I got it, and thank you.
You can have that book. Why can't you have your Bible?
Because nothing can be physically brought in from the outside. She bought me a book and had it sent to me. They sent me a Bible as soon as you said that I refused it. I didn't refuse it. I can't be given anything. You can't just bring stuff in and say, here you go. They have to check through stuff.
Well, I don't know. I gave it to Jose. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. And he showed it to me, and I was like, well, I'd love to have that, but I don't think you can just give it to me. And he asked one of the officers when we were leaving that day. We split from our meeting. And she said, probably not. I mean, he could ask someone else, but...
Well, if we can get it back, maybe I can send it to you.
Yeah, if you can send it through the mail, they'll check through it just to make sure.
Though I'm not sure where it's at. I think they have it.
No, I think Jose has it.
I don't think so. He would have given it back to me. I'll find out, though.
Jose probably still has it because he wouldn't have just given it to somebody because he asked right off the bat. I know if he couldn't have gotten that taken care of right away, that was, a couple weeks ago. He probably still has it.
Right, well, Dad wants to talk to you some more.
Okay.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hey.
Can you ask for something to write with so that you can send a note to the sheriff himself? Attention, Kevin Berry. Just listen to me for a second.
Yeah,
tell him
almost.
that, and tell him that you want to speak to me, or Lee or Mom, and you want it to be done today. He can do it.
Well, Dad, how am I going to get any? I'm listening to you. How am I going to get anything to him? How can I get stuff to him?
Just ask someone from corrections to give you paper and pen, whatever it's going to take, or pencil, just to write it, and you put it attention to him and just say, I need this to be delivered to him now. They will do that. Believe me. I've already discussed that with a lot of other people that they says, if you request that, they can do it. Believe me.
Okay, well then I'll do that.
Okay, and listen, it can be at a location that is not going to be recorded. It's going to be at a place that just you and I, or you and Lee, or just you and Mom can sit down and just talk. That's what it's about. It's not going to be over a phone. It's not going to be like we're doing right now. It's going to be face to face.
No, I understood the arrangements.
But I just want you to know, it can be done without anyone else being there except just us. Just like you and me, you and Lee, or you and Mom. It can be done, sweetie.
I understand that.
And I'm trusting the people who told me that because they want us to have that time. Okay?
Well, if it's coming directly from the sheriff's department, I don't really trust anything that they've said, to be completely honest.
No, honestly, it didn't come directly from them, but they're the one that can.
I figured it wouldn't have. I know they're trying to put together a visit for us, which I appreciate very much.
Honestly, I'm telling you, it can be done quicker than even what you've been told. Believe me. Okay? There's
Well, then I'll
nothing
do
going
that
to be
today.
recorded. There's nothing. Like I said, just write it down. Say this has to be delivered to Mr. Kevin Berry, the sheriff, and he'll do it. He's already been talked to already, and he's willing to do anything he can for you, for us, especially for Caylee. He'll do anything he can. Okay.
All right, I'll do that this morning.
All right, sweetie. Once
I
that's
know
all
it's
done,
early enough.
and once we get all that done, we can get together and get a chance to hug you and talk to you. Okay? Like I said, there's no recordings or nothing's going to be done.
I know. Well, even then, I mean, all I
just
want
want
to do
you-
is just tell you guys that I love you.
I
Be able
know.
to actually
Get
do
a
that
chance
in
to talk.
person.
Yeah. I mean, doing this stuff is great, but having a chance to see you face to face, or being in the same room with you, can be a lot better.
Oh, yeah, that's even what I said. Well, we've been in the same room, but to actually be able to communicate, because we haven't been able to do that yet. So,
Well, just like it says, they can set it up, and we can go forward. Okay. All right, sweetie. Listen, I love you. I love you. I love you so much.
I know I love you too. Tell Lee that I love him and that I miss him, and I'm sorry I missed my visit with him. I felt so bad after I missed his visit, and then I missed your visit.
Okay, we just got that 5-minute notice.
Yeah.
So
I
I'll
know that
talk
he's
to
been running himself ragged, and I feel so bad that Lee got sick out of all of this, but I understand. I mean, I know why. I've been feeling the same way.
Well, just realize that what we're doing is this is our 24-hour day job. This
I know it is. I want to be right there with you guys. I really do, and I know that eventually I will be, but it can't happen fast enough.
That's very true. That's very true.
The only reason that I don't want to be here is so that I can be at home, so I can get Caylee back faster.
Well,
That's
I
the
know
only
that.
reason. It's all I care about.
Well, if you can do that stuff, today, do it this morning, it can be expedited a lot faster, believe me.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you're the boss. You do what you need to do to get all this stuff going in that direction, okay? All right.
Well, as far as that's concerned, that one thing, yeah, I pretty much am. But with everything else, no. I'm being told
Well-
what to do, when to do it, and everything else. Dad, no. You don't understand. I may have been the boss walking in here, but the roles have surely changed.
Okay. Well,
Because everything's out of my control.
I'm just leaving that information for you because it can be done, sweetheart.
I'll get that done.
Okay. I'm going to let you talk to Mom for the last couple minutes or so, okay? And know that I love you, and I want you home. I want
I
Caylee
love you too. I know.
Okay, so here's Mom.
Probably only got a minute.
Yeah. Well, we'll get that 1 minute warning, so we probably have about 3 minutes altogether. I know it's hard on everybody. And I wish there was something that I could do to make it easier. I really do.
Do you want us to set up more visits?
Yeah, set up more visits. If they're not releasing stuff with you guys, I'll see you as many times as I can.
I'll have Lee set up his.
God, I want to see Lee, but if they're throwing his stuff out on the air, I don't know.
No, it's only the phone calls.
Oh, it's only been phone calls.
It's
It hasn't
only
been.
phone calls, none of the video stuff.
Now, I told that there was that first video that went on
That
TV.
was just with Pat. They
Yeah.
haven't released any of ours because the sheriff's department doesn't want it released. They can pick and choose what they
Well,
want.
then why
Casey,
the hell didn't they say that the first time?
Because the sheriff's department is going to pick and choose.
Well, yeah, I know they're going to pick and choose about stuff, or they had been before.
Yeah.
So the
Well,
more we say about them, the less likely they're going to want to put stuff on the media anyway, so.
thank you very much. Exactly.
Well, hey,
Exactly.
I've made sure that I've made a comment every single time. It's not me poking things on purpose, but I've kind of figured out what I can and can't say, pretty much, but what I can say to keep stuff off the TV, so. unfortunately, most of that is my keeping my mouth shut. But again,
Yeah. Well, they're finally trying to be nice to us again, so.
good. They need to be nice to you, because if they're not, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I mean, I want their help as much as we can get it, but they need to help us too.
I know.
It needs to go both ways. It can't be one-sided.
I know.
I'll try to help them in whatever way that I can, but if they come in here attacking me, they're not getting shit. I'm sorry.
I know.
I need to be looked at as a victim because I'm just as much of a victim. Okay, we have a minute.
There's your 1 minute.
Yeah. But I'm just as much of a victim as the rest of you. And it hasn't been portrayed that way, and it probably won't be, but I know that, and at least there are other people that know that and understand that.
I know.
So,
I know.
please give Lee my love, give Mallory my love, tell everyone how much I miss them, and I'll see everyone soon.
I hope so. Okay, Dad wants to say goodbye. Bye.
I love you, Mom.
Love you.
Listen, know that you can trust me, you can trust Mom, and you can trust Lee.
Oh, I know that.
Just know that.
Absolutely.
Okay, may the attorneys approach sidebar, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the statements in the video related to the opinions expressed by others concerning Ms. Anthony's counsel must not be considered by you in any way as proof of any issues in this case. You are to disregard those opinions concerning Ms. Anthony's counsel. All right, who's the state's next witness?
Charity Beasley.
All right.